Welcome to the Lighthouse, our digital wellness sanctuary. I'm so happy to be back in the saddle with you and to have this time. I'm gonna DJ here really quick. A little Alice Coltrane in the house. Journey to Satchidananda, really beautiful, classic, iconic music for us to practice to. So let's begin right away and create a little bit of synergy between head, hand, and heart. I'd love for you to take your left hand, please, and bring it to your brow center, and bring your right hand and bring it to your heart center, and then simply tapping. So certainly more than just tapping from fingertip to the activation point. Feel the flow of energy, life force, and chi coming out from your heart through the length of the arms and into these points. Okay, so we're creating a synergy of head, heart, and hand. So for the month of January in IP, we're really going to focus on breath work. This is a really great way to kick off the new year. So I want for today's session the way in which you're breathing and the way in which you can elevate the way you're breathing. Let it be a kind of magnificent obsession. Breath work is absolutely central to to finessing the cyclicity of every good cycle, every good beginning, every vibrant sustain, and every mindful completion, no matter the matter, no matter what we're doing. Breath work is an anti-anxiety tool. It's a self-care activator. It's a restorative sleep aid. It's a stress reliever. It's an energy elevator, and it's a digestive supporter, to name but a few. Okay, so check in with the feeling of your breath. Check in with where the breath is in your body. Is it just in the upper front top third of your lungs, or is it actually three-dimensionally ballooning the whole vicinity of the lungs? The lungs are huge in your organism, so really getting the breath moving through the totality of the chest. So when we are breathing consciously, it helps us to feel through the fray of so many possible misunderstandings of what we think we are saying, what we believe we are saying, what we're actually saying, what we want to hear, what we believe we're understanding, and of what we're actually understanding. When we're in whatever the configuration, the coordinates of the configuration of whatever moment we may be in, if we're breathing, we're gonna always have a whole lot more clarity. So let this session help you to drop underneath all the old stories that all of us are carrying around all the time. No matter who you are, we're all carrying around these stories. So when you drop underneath them, you use the breath to drop underneath them, to get under the rug, to get into the underbelly, so that you can get to the unsung song that needs and wants to be expressed and to be experienced. Both expressed and experienced. So here in this last couple of taps that you're taking, how can we as a collective, as a community in this space, this we space of common unity, how can we drop underneath the personal and into the space between thoughts, the space between one another, and in this case, the space between the breaths. So as we work today, I want you to be mindful of the inhalation and the exhalation, but be minding even more so the gap, the pause that is prior to the inhale and after the inhale, and the gap that is prior to the exhale and after the exhale. Okay, it's these empty spaces, the space between, that is so activating, so potent. It comes from the other side of time. So bring the hands away from the tapping points, and let's work with the first technique. So bring your right hand into the pranayama mudra. The word pranayama is so important in the science of breath, because what it means for us as practitioners is that we are working with, yes, the smallest unit of energy, which is the breath, but we should never see it as a discounted unit of energy because of its sort of minuteness. The breath is like the ultimate white lady. It can get into all of the hidden trunks of anger and depression and resentment and so forth. All those hidden trunks that we as advancing practitioners want to empty out, right? So use the sophistication of that small unit of energy to really get in there and to do some magnificent house cleaning in your mind and in your body. So we're going to bring the right ring finger to the left nostril and the right thumb to the right nostril. So I want you to close the right nostril, please, and breathe in long and deep through the left nostril. The eyes can be completely closed down as you do this. So breathing in through the left nostril as much as you absolutely can, and then close the left nostril and hold the breath inside of your body. Here we are inside the gap. Now open the right nostril and exhale entirely out of the right. Go to zero, get all the breath out of the body, completely empty. Unencumbered by the fever of identification, listening to the sound of the breath in your head, which is entering like a physician. Good. Now inhale through the right. Softening any hardened layers and layers of softening in your body. Seal the right nostril and hold the breath inside of your body for a moment. Open the left nostril. Exhale out of the left entirely until it almost feels agitating that you've gone to such an empty degree. Good. Now I want you to open both nostrils, please, and inhale long and elegant through both of your nostrils, just hovering the fingertips in the cartilage bridge part of your nose. Inhale all the way, and then hold the breath inside of your body. Let it branch and let it pattern through you in a magnificent design, a slow design. Now open your mouth and through an O shape of the lips, exhale entirely into the palm of your hand through the mouth. Good. Pausing there. Now inhale, seal the left nostril with the right ring finger, and inhale long and elegant through your right nostril. Inhale into the center of your brain, into the center of your heart, into the ball of the belly, and into the substratum of your pelvic floor. Now seal the right nostril and hold the breath inside of you, witnessing how everything is fitting perfectly into the scheme of everything within you. Now exhale through the left nostril. So the right nostril is sealed with the right thumb. Patiently exhaling. Good. Seal the breath, or seal the nostril and hold in the gap there for a moment. Now inhale through the left. All the way into the center of the brain, into the center of the heart, into the ball of the belly, and into the substratum of the pelvic floor. Hold the breath. Exhale out of the right nostril. Good. Pause. Inhale through both. Hold the breath. Close the eyes. Let your body get really still and really quiet. And then exhale out of the O shape in the mouth into the palm of the hand. Letting your self-knowledge and the excellence of your human depth be the order of the moment, be the order of the day. Now seal the right nostril and inhale through the left nostril. Let the breath move like a fluid, a rivering mixture of oxygen and inspiration. And at the end of the inhalation, hold it there. Just hold it there. Let this moment be a North Star within you. Exhale out of the right nostril. Pause at the end of the out breath. Inhale through the right. Hold the breath. Exhale through the left. Seal the left nostril. Pause in emptiness. And let this empty moment champion the way in which you are a lover, a lifelong lover of learning all that is meaningful. Inhale through both nostrils. Hold the breath. Let it expand you, elongate and extend you. And then open the mouth, create an O shape with the lips, and exhale into the center of the palm through the mouth. Seal the left nostril, inhale long and deep through the right nostril. Hold on to it. Exhale through the left. Pause at the end of the exhalation. Inhale left. And exhale right. Pause. Inhale both. Inhaling through both nostrils. And then exhale out of the O shape in the lips into the center of the palm of the hand. Good, and then bring your right hand away from your face. One who has come to know silence, which is what this kind of meditative breath work can do for us. One who has come to know silence is capable of bringing light to the world like a moon without clouds. Feel your psyche as a moon without clouds. There's some sort of ice scraping going on outside my house. I hope that it's not too much of a disturbing sound out there. So, a moon without clouds, even if there's ice scraping. Let's move right along. So, I have another beautiful breath technique that I want to give you. And I can't remember if I've offered it to this particular cohort. So it may be new for some of you. But the beauty is, if it is not new for you, it's new in this moment, it's new today. And, you know, of course, the IP portfolio, the Rolodex is significant in scale in terms of all the diversified practices and technologies that we utilize. But they never stop serving us. And as we evolve, our depth relationship with the techniques also evolves. So always have that spirit of freshness as you step into the practice. So we're going to do a Sat Kriya meditation, but before, let me just lay out a couple of thoughts here before we do this beautiful meditation, which creates a full body mudra. We're going to utilize sound. We're in the meditative posture of this seated position. And this is a really good time of year that we're in right now to harness and awaken and channelize through a meditation like the Sat Kriya. Kriyas are dynamic meditations that have an immediate and a profound effect on all of the intercommunication of the various systems in the body. And they have a really, really profound effect on our glandular system and on our nervous system. So we're at the starting line of a new year. We're getting ready to enter the year of the Yang water tiger. So this is a season not for New Year's resolutions, but because it's the year of the Yang tiger, this is a season for making declarations. And what better declaration to make to self and other than my essential nature, my essential self is that of clarity, undistorted purity, and most of all, of truth. So we're going to use two bija mantras, and these bija mantras are seed sounds that are really powerful to work with, which means that they belong to kind of an elemental code of sounds that are permeating all of existence. So these two sounds, sat and nam, mean basically like my name is truth. The frequency that I am emitting in an undistorted manner is that of truth, okay? So even if you're only doing this thing for 5 minutes out of your life, even if you never tap back into this practice, be a pro about it. Pro mega, right? Like we want to bring our pro mindset to whatever it is that we're doing so that we can harvest from it what all it has to give us. In a way that's removed from any kind of transactional impulses to get something or to do something or to change something, but rather to simply be completely saturated in it so that we can bring as much love and awareness and forgiveness to a planet that is in crisis, which is our Earth in this time, as we possibly can, beyond any of our self-excuses. Our self-excuses are our self-reducers, right? So let's get into it, and let's get into the meditative sort of trance mindset that this practice has to offer us. Everything is a trance. You get this, right? So either, we're in some old crusty trance of unworthiness or invisibility or not enoughness, or maybe it's narcissism. But these techniques are all about the trance of giving life to life. They are positioning us into the center, into the crossroad of being participatory, of being inquiry-based, of being motivated by self-investigation, so that we can bring our meditative mind to what all our contribution is in our personal lives and in the professional context too. So you're going to bring your hands together like so, and you're going to wrap your middle ring and pinky fingers, conjoin the index fingers like steeples, cross the thumbs. It doesn't matter which thumb is on top and which thumb is on the bottom. And then you're going to extend your arms all the way up. Extend the arms all the way up like so, and then pull the upper arms back if you can, so that they're just a little bit behind your ears, okay? And then I would love for you to look at the tip of the nose, and then push your buttock bones into the chair or the block or the floor that you're seated upon, so that your kidneys and the whole vicinity of your lower back can experience a little bit more space. So you're going to say sat on your inhalation, and then on your exhalation, you'll say nam. And every time you say nam on the exhalation, you're going to pull your abdominal wall back, in and up, towards your heart, towards the roof of the mouth, towards the crown of the head, and then ultimately up towards the infinite, okay? So watch here. I'm going to demonstrate a couple of cycles of this practice. So I'm looking at the tip of the nose. Sat, nam, sat, nam, sat, nam, sat, Nam. So I'm feeding the sound through the molecular, structural, substantive body so as to lift the life force, so as to power up my chi. Okay? Let the meditation get you into that rhythmic, hypnotic mind state so that you can alchemize, so that you can get into a harmonic biochemistry through the synergy of sound, muscular bandha work, which is this pulling of the abdomen back in and up, through the stimulation of the gaze being set at the nose. Okay, so many moving parts that are all working for you in a wisdom way. So let's try this. If I stop and talk, you stay in the practice, okay? Don't stop until I cue you to do so. Pull the arms back, look at the tip of the nose, find the elongation and extension in the axis of the spine, giving life to life. Sat, nam, sat, nam, sat, nam. On the nam, pull the abs back in and up. Sat, nam, sat, nam, sat, nam, sat, nam, sat, nam, sat, nam. You are still doing breath work in tandem with the mantra, which is the sound code of the sat and the nam, and you're infusing the inner terrain of your being, your essential terrain, with this revelation, with this declaration. It's not a resolution. Resolutions are designed to be broken. It's a declaration. I am truth. I am here for truth. I am taking a stand for truth, no matter the matter. Like a cloud, or like a moon without clouds. Good. Stay with it. Sat nam, sat nam, sat nam, sat nam, sat nam. Now I want you to cut the pace by 50%. Change the time signature. Slow it down so as to move into the space between, so as to mind the gap a little bit. Okay? You're doing great. Self-knowledge, human depth, diving deep, plumbing the depths, so that every time you emerge on the other side of a meditative session, you are more capable of processing your dandelion wishes and making a go of your destiny and making a go of your legacy. Not just fate, but your destiny and your legacy. A human with their hands on the wheel. 3 more. All right, so moving right along. So we're gonna create a wisdom mudra with the hands. This is Gyan mudra, which is a mudra for wisdom. No matter the culture, every culture, every community, every group of people the world over since time immemorial have had a place within their lifeways where wisdom was a high-level priority. And this shape, when you create it with your hands, is an activation of wisdom in action in the center of your brain, in the master glands of the brain. Okay, so your hands are going to stay like so, and then you're going to be coiling your arms around your head like so. Notice that when my left arm is extending, I'm looking in the direction of the left, and when the right arm is extending, I'm looking to the right. Okay, so this is what your arms are going to be doing, and then you're going to be doing a wonderful breath technique. This is the whistle breathing. So you're going to whistle on your in-breath, and you're going to whistle on your out-breath, like so. While doing this dynamic meditation. So you are cleaning out your orbit So we've just addressed the axis through the Satnam meditation. Now we're cleaning the orbit, which is this whole electromagnetic bubble that is surrounding you as a sort of third space address that you have as a human body living on planet Earth right now. You're cleaning out your orbit so that there isn't some old subconscious situation that's out trespassing in your real life and making choices. By cleaning out your orbit, you get really centered in this here now moment. You're also cleaning up and you're bringing a kind of horsepower to your electromagnetic field. That's really important as a meditative practitioner. You're also working with your arc lines, which is where your destiny and legacy codes. Your destiny and your legacy codes are written in your arc lines. We've got an arc line at the level of our earlobes. We've got an arc line at the level of the nipples. And for people who are interested in activating their wisdom, which includes each and every one of us, if you're here on this call, you also have an arc line in your feet, okay? So we're cleaning out the arc lines. Because there's so much energetic shrapnel and there's information overload in this modern era, so we've got all this information coming at us all the time, so it behooves us to do some regular upkeep in the old electromagnetic field on the regular. That's what this is about. So let's do this thing. Just close your eyes, and if you don't want to close your eyes, look at the tip of the nose, okay? Soften your body so that you can sit up more and more upright, so that you can be softer and softer in the belly, cleaning out the system and working with your radiant body. Working with your radiant body, not just your mental body, not just your emotional or energetic body, certainly not just the substantive molecular body, but your radiant body. What are you projecting out into your life at large that's helping you to create a future that's grounded in gratitude, that's of service, that's useful? And what would you be doing in your life and on your path if you weren't dulling down your radiance? Are you dulling down your radiance? How can you step back into full radiance? What would you be doing in your life if you weren't dulling down your radiance at all whatsoever? Let any kind of cloudy water settle. Stay in the meditations. Keep up. Endurance. Endurance is our ally in this kind of work. And we're not running, a sprint. It's meditative endurance that's bringing you into your neutral mind, that allows the cloudy, murky water to settle, that allows any kind of upset mind to also settle and become clear. Stabilizing in our neutrality, the power of neutrality, sitting in to your singularity and your connectivity to both everything and emptiness at once in this moment, in a way that points you towards positivity. Let the practice reinstate a kind of organic innocence that protects us from cynicism. There's plenty of cynicism out there in our world. We want to keep growing. We don't want to have that kind of rigidity, especially in this community of practice. Feel the common unity of each of our earnest devotions in this moment, and noticing the love that is always loving you. Without this love, we cannot breathe. Without breath, we cannot live. Let the whistling sound be the song of loving awareness. Love is meditation. Meditation is love. Let yourself meditate upon that simply in this moment. You are that. Take 3 more cycles, whistling as fully and as freely like a lark ascending. And after that 3rd passage of an exhalation across your lips, bring your hands into your lap. Bring your eyes to closed. Bring your mind to stillness. And feel each of us, all of us, the whole of us, the one of us. Feel your spine upright and your orbit clean and your arc lines connected to the lineage of soul that allows you to do the good work of your destiny and your legacy, opening to a new cycle in the beauty of a single gesture, awake and alert and alive, at the intersection of here and nowhere, the intersection of form and formlessness, of giving, of receiving. Imbued with awe, witness yourself as being entirely ready to emanate the not yet imagined, with a body made of eyes, as a monolith for change, in the willingness of the wind that is your body being breathed in this moment. Feel the wind, feel your kinship with the wind of your breath. The mastery of this moment. Where there is mastery, there's less mystery. Feel the mastery of your quiet beingness in this moment. In this 4th dimension that is the world of the wondrous. May we as practitioners form a habit, as Florence Scovel-Shinn said, may we form the habit of living in the 4th dimension, which is the world of the wondrous. Feel how your body is free of any hard edges, an absence of the rigidity of beliefs and concepts and opinions, extending in all directions, timeless, deep,